testing blue shop towels. Got these from Amazon. Your eyes do not deceive you. These are not blue. They are red. I ran out of the blue color, but they are the same. This brand is Wipe All. It is hydro knit. You know, I try to get the same specifications as that article that was saying about the blue shop towels making a mask. The other thing I want to test is I heard about like good high thread count bed sheets, although not that breathable, but you know, really tightly knit cotton, 100% cotton, Egyptian cotton, might be good. And then I also want to test a surgical mask that I have worn now for about an hour, and they don't last. They don't kind of retain efficiency over time. I've noticed that in my own studies, and I want to see exactly at what point, you know, it starts to lose efficiency. And so I'm going to keep wearing this. I'm going to keep testing it and see kind of at what point it loses efficiency and what exactly does that. So let's get started. First, we got the most important part. We got to get the music going. Got to figure out the right music for this. Let's see. Maybe I should just try something interesting. All right, I'm just gonna play whatever this is. Oh, today, unfortunately, I didn't realize, but yesterday, kind of noticed I was running low on this. My Hibiki 12. I don't know what that says, but I'm gonna open a much cheaper brand. Still good, Crown. Yeah, a little dessert. Enjoy this time. New bottle. Oh no. Oh. That's how I treat my lab. Alrighty. Cheers, guys. Okay. Oh, yeah. I need to post this on Facebook. Okay. What am I doing? Whatever. All right. Okay. These are the Chinese face masks. Okay. So, yeah, the blue shop towels. Your eyes do not deceive you. These are red, I know, but I assure you they are the same. They do feel pretty sturdy. Hydro-knit, it's called. Well, I guess I have a bunch of heavy-duty towels for the rest of my life now. So I had to buy the jumbo size because that's all they had left. It was 2 layers. But, you know, we start with just 1 layer. Honestly, I'm not that optimistic. What I found in my studies is that if the thing is meant for water, oh shit, I gotta take my controls first. If it was meant to, in this case, pick up water, I mean, I can see through it. It's pretty bad. 1 layer is decently breathable. I doubt 2 layers will be. Like barely breathable. Yeah, what I found is that if the fabric is not meant to filter air, I mean, you'd be surprised what. Wow, there's like a lot of particulates in the air right now. Holy shit. What's going on? Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Why are these particulate counts so high? Jesus, like earlier in the day, I swear it was like 8,000. Now it's like the highest number I've ever seen. It's like 132,000. I wonder if this chat history is going to be saved. I wonder if it does. All right. I don't know if it's that this itself has a lot of particulates in it. I do not understand. Oh God. I mean, these particulate counts, like in the air, have been widely varying. I don't know if it's because this had a bunch of particulates on it, and then when I tied it on, or if, I don't know, the air currents right now. I'll turn on the music, which itself is going to sadly push a bunch of air around. I don't know. I'm a little worried about why my controls, my particulate counts are so high right now. I think it may be because I just walked out and walked back in. God, I don't know. It continues to decrease though. Jesus, man. Dude, I don't know what to do right now because these particular counts are just decreasing. Yeah, I might just wait a while. Just wait for like kind of particulates to settle, and then do the shop towel. This. Okay. Well. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be waiting. Let's see what's going on. Well, the good thing is that the cases of coronavirus seems like New York has peaked. It has been about 27 days since they started their lockdown. Wuhan peaked at 27 days. So New York peaked at about the same. That's good. I mean, the deaths are still rising, but the cases and hospitalizations are going down. That's really good. I'm just worried about what are we going to do after? You know, the cases are going to go down, right? To some low-lying level, you know, where we're getting like maybe hundreds of cases a day instead of thousands, you know. But the thing that's different about us and China is that I mean, they have GPS contact tracing, which means anybody that shows up at a hospital with COVID and they test positive, they already have a printout of everyone that person has been near with names and phone numbers and addresses for like the past 14 days. Everyone. And then they go and they quarantine everyone. And that's how they prevent like a big outbreak after they release the lockdown. Plus, they wear masks. Plus, they have wide testing available. Like, we have none of those things. So I'm really worried about what happens after, I mean, it's become very clear that Trump is going to open up the economy way too early, like against expert recommendations. And what's their plan? Because China was in lockdown for 76 days. We're going to do it for like 30 days or something, probably. And we don't have testing. We don't do contact tracing, and we don't wear masks. So this shit is just going to happen again. Yeah, the stock market. The stock market, I mean, I am baffled as well. After talking to my finance friends, it seems like the reason the stock market is going up is because it seems like my finance friends completely underestimate this, probably because they don't have any medical background. And they think that things are going to be, back to normal in a couple of months. And that, barring like a cure or a vaccine, and a vaccine is not going to happen, at least not one that's safe. Like barring hydroxychloroquine being the silver bullet, which it's not, we're not going to have a cure. We're not going to have a vaccine for a year at least. And so they think that things are going to be fine like a couple of months. And we're going to probably open up our economy. But one, like I said, we don't have testing, we don't have contact tracing, and we don't wear masks. Those are three things that China did. Plus, they stayed in lockdown much longer than us. So we're just going to have more outbreaks. The good thing is that the summer months will probably lessen the transmission rate of the virus due to heat and humidity. I found that humidity is probably a very big factor in all this. And, especially when the East Coast gets hot and humid, like there'll be less transmissions, and especially since we'll be indoors less. So in the summertime, we'll see the cases go down, but there's still going to be a low level amount of cases. And then my epidemiologist, my public health friends have told me that most likely we're just going to have a huge outbreak. We're going to have a huge outbreak in fall and winter. Unless we get our shit together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. My finance friends think things are going to be just great. They think the stimulus is going to work. They think that, everything's going to be hunky-dory. I mean, we're going to get the weekly jobs report tomorrow, and we'll see. God, these particulates keep going down. I don't know when to start working. Yeah, India is fucked. I think the only thing that heat is going to do is it's going to lower the radius at which you're contagious. Right? The reason we have the 6-foot rule is because when I'm talking right now, all my breath is going like super far. 6 feet is probably too far, but it's going super far. That's why I bought these really expensive mirrors, because I'm going to show you guys like exactly how far just talking goes, much less a cough or a sneeze, breathing even. And so what heat and humidity is going to do is just going to lower, like when it's hot and humid, the heat will dry out the droplets. That's good. And then humidity will make it so the droplets kind of like run into like other bigger water droplets and then collect and then they fall to the ground. So basically all this heat and humidity is going to do is lower the transmission rate. As in, I'm only infectious, maybe like up to 2 feet. We'll probably have a low-lying amount of infections in the summer, but it will remain. That's the problem. If we go around business as usual, it's going to remain. Yeah, I agree. I think right now, like the stock market is like in a state of denial. Yeah, I think people are in there. They're like, oh my God, it can't go down further. Nor has our leadership. I really hate that this whole anti-science thing just pisses me off. Fucking pisses me off. Makes me ashamed. Ashamed of what this country is turning. I feel like I'm just gonna have to keep taking controls and then doing like a tiny experiment and then doing the controls again, because these controls continue just to go down. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just take 3 controls and then just start and then just take tons of controls and okay, let's start taking some controls. Man, it makes it very hard for me to do this. These particulates continue to drop. I'm probably gonna have to wait a while. Yeah. Well, guess that's more of this. Yeah. I'm afraid it's gonna be really bad. Like really, really, really bad. That's why I'm all about the masks. The mask is the only way that we're going to be able to slowly reopen our economy. Like imagine at least being able to go to the barber shop, get your hair cut, maybe go to the shopping mall where you can, sort of maintain this 6-foot distance. Maybe not open up the restaurants and bars yet. Definitely no sporting events, but shopping, some of the basic things that we kind of need to do that aren't completely necessary for survival, like grocery stores and pharmacies, but are pretty important. But if we wear masks, we can open that up. Like basically masks is like humidity and heat. It just lowers the transmission radius that somebody is infectious. Because the problem is up to half the people who are infected have no symptoms. So you feel healthy and you're walking around, you're spreading the virus every time you're talking. And I mean, they've shown, these studies have shown that micro droplets, aerosolized, can stay in an unventilated room in the air for 20 minutes. And it's true. It's like, it can. And the fact is that this virus, the studies are showing that it is aerosolizing. I mean, how else does one person at a Biogen offsite in Massachusetts infect 70 of her colleagues in a day. You know? No, I would rather talk. I'm not going to sing a song or dance unless I drink more of this, which I will. You know, I got used to the good stuff. The Crown, still all right. I had to give Ginger's not with me anymore. I'm sad. My lab assistant is not here. I'm so sad. Okay, I feel like we're hitting some sort of a bottom here. Kind of around 12,000 particulates, which is, you know, that's sort of normal. Anyways, yeah, I'm worried about economy, and I just don't know if I mean, all these restaurants, they're not going to take this loan. Like, the loan is like, the whole loan process has been a fucking mess, and it's a lot. I mean, I think a lot of restaurants have been telling their employees, hey, is it okay if you guys go on that unemployment thing? Because we're going to have to shut down. I'm going to have to furlough you. And the fact is that, you know, after they lift the lockdown, a lot of people will kind of just go around business as usual, especially the ones that are like, oh my God, this is a hoax. But you're going to notice significant percentage decreases of people in restaurants, bars, shopping malls, everywhere. There's just going to be a smaller percent of people out and about because there's a decent amount of people who are still going to be afraid, especially the old people. Yeah, it'd be interesting because there's just going to be no old people around. Yeah. Okay. I feel like these numbers have kind of like kind of come down to some sort of average. Okay, I'm just going to record it. Okay. 425 and 199. All right. Yes, sirree. All right. All right, yeah. It seems like we're at a bottom, I guess we can call it, where these numbers are kind of remaining the same. Yeah. I mean, who the hell wants to go to a dentist right now? Your like mouth is open. There's like fluids around. Like, what kind of dentist would want to see anybody right now? It's like, it is such a dirty, just you know, you're getting up there and all that bodily fluids, man. All right. One layer shop towel. Nope. I'm toasting to all the healthcare workers on our front line. We're fighting and dying to keep us safe. Thank you. It's not bad. Not bad. Chop towel, about 50% good at filtering 0.3 micron, about 70% for the larger particles. I'm going to do 2 layers. You know, I'm kind of optimistic that this is going to be somewhat good. The problem is I don't think it's very breathable. Sadly, now I have a lifetime supply of this stuff. I hope I make a lot of messes because I'm going to use it all. What kind of milk tea? You know what? They opened up a Kung Fu Panda. Wait, Kung Fu... Is that what it's called? Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu tea. Kung Fu tea. They opened up a Kung Fu tea in Westminster. I had the Oreo shake, or whatever it is, the milk thing. Yeah, it was good. Actually, it wasn't as good as I remembered. I'm sorry, it is really bad. Yeah, I mean, it's on the order of a paper towel. Yeah, so 24% filtration of 0.3 micron, about 50% of like the larger particles. Okay, the 2-layer one was about twice as good, 43% effective at filtering 0.3 micron and about 70 to 80% at the larger particles. Sorry guys. I mean, I didn't really have much faith in the shop towel thing. It's like a paper towel. Problem is 2 layers. It's really hard to breathe through. Like maybe you could do 1 layer. Still kind of hard to breathe through. I mean, guys, the really important part about a mask, it really isn't about protecting yourself. It's about protecting others in case you're an asymptomatic carrier, right? That's why we have such a high infection rate. So we need to think more than about ourselves. All right, I'm going to do a bed sheet. High thread count. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember how high the thread count is, but it's like probably above 500 at least. Probably like 800 thread count. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing that well. I'm curious about the surgical mask. Yeah, I know. I was trying to look for his little hat thing. I couldn't find one. I know. I should put a hat on him. Here, I'll put a bandana on him. Kind of looks like he had a lobotomy. Yeah, the high thread count, cotton, also not great. Better than most fabrics though. 32%. Really bad filtration of the larger particles though. 32% at 0.3 micron. 25 to 40% at the larger particles. Oh, cool. Seven, 6, 6, 9. Wow, that's a huge difference. You know what? I didn't shake out the fabric before I did this, so I'm gonna discount that last one. The results kind of looked weird. Yeah. Cotton sheet was good. Wasn't great. I'm interested about the surgical mask. So I wore it for an hour, over the course of about a day. So kind of like simulating how you might use it going to the grocery store or something like that. So not only has it been attached to the humidity of my breath, but it's kind of been sitting around, after that for like a day. Shit. I like this song. We are the wild ones. Where did that come from? We are the wild ones. Surgical mask still good. 87% filtration, 99% for the larger particles. So after just wearing it for a while, like one an hour, not too bad. I'm gonna try wearing it for much longer now. Yeah, still good. I'll start right now. All right, guys, when you put on a mask, all right, let me take some controls. When you put on a mask, you want to kink the thing first. The first thing you do before you put it on is you kink it, right? Like right in the center. Then you put it on. Then you really kink it on your nose. And just try to conform it to your nose and around your cheekbones. Then you want to pull it under your chin. Make sure it's as tight as possible. If you're wearing it correctly, you should not be fogging up your glasses. Yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to try. I'm going to get some better clarity on how good the Chinese masks were on a face fit. So I'm going to try to design a way where I'm slipping the... In fact, I might just start with this surgical mask. So even in that time that I did that experiment, the particulates settled a lot. About 22%. The good thing is I can use these controls for, fuck it, I probably shouldn't. I need to change the way it does the sample to calibrate it for something that is going to work on my face. So it's usually 1 liter and then 10-second delay. The 10-second delay is to make sure that the draw completely sucks out all the air in the tube first. So what I want to do is figure out a way to kind of tape it onto my face. Okay. And I want to tape it so that, hopefully it doesn't affect the ability of this mask to fit over my face. Okay. Oh, shit. I gotta tape up my nose. Okay. To take some controls. Wow, why is it so low? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. All right. I want to test. What was I going to test? All right. Oh, shit. Let's just start with 3M. Cup. Pretty good. About 90% effectiveness, worn properly. Shit. Not bad. Yeah, this run was much better. It was not bad.แม่ไปไหนตอนนี้ทำไมครับแม่ทำนี่ตอนครับ Okay, so I'm going to try to make sure the surgical vest is on as good as possible. Not bad. Oh, shit. Shit. I gotta make sure I do this right again. I got that one much better. No, it's really all about the nose guard. If you wear a surgical mask correctly, it's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna try. Okay. I'm gonna try my mask. God, that's oh my God, what is wrong with this shit? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, this is super fucking annoying. Although I'm pretty sure that air would not be coming from my nose. I think it's good that I cover them anyways. God, what is wrong with this thing? Okay. Watching midtown empty, So the one thing that my setup doesn't take into account is the huge negative pressure gradient when you breathe that sucks the fabric into your face. It's not a good fit. Okay. What the fuck? Why don't I just try this? Not bad. Hell, this is widely varied. I'm getting really good results with this. I think it has something to do with the fact that I am wet. I'm gonna try the 3M one again.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During these challenging times, our commitment to providing you with the best mortgage experience remains. We understand that hardships may arise, and we're prepared to help. Mortgage rates remain near historic lows. If you think that now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, our home loan experts are available to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states and in the last consumer.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Is that all I want to do? Shit. All right, that's all I want to do. Oh, God. Oh, my God. All right. So what did I learn today? What did I learn today? God. Okay. I'm pretty sure this chat is going to be saved. Let's fire up my glasses. Yeah, all right. So I did a different technique for doing the testing on the face where I came in through the cheek instead of down the nose after finding out yesterday that the nose fit is probably the most important thing. That being the case, I was able to get this Chinese mask up to about 75% effectiveness. Also, a surgical mask up to about 70-ish% effectiveness. It's really about that nose guard. It's really about the nose fit. Fabric mask, 40% effectiveness. The handkerchief, really interesting. This time the handkerchief was quite useful. It was blocking up 50% of particles. And I think that's because, like, when I had it this time, it was like, I think that I was breathing into it and it was getting wet. So actually what I want to test is what happens when to the filtration effectiveness of a wet handkerchief. Because when I tested a dry handkerchief, the other thing is, like, it stretches. So when I stretched it over, I bet it opened up the hole significantly. So what I want to try is actually to get it a little wet, and then test like a damp. I think I'm going for damp. I gotta change my sample setup again. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Never took controls again. I need to go do that real quick. God damn it. Ah, fuck it. It really sucked. That changed decently, significantly between runs. All right. Yeah, process is on the Google Sheets. Let me just put that in the. Yeah, I'm using the Fluke 985. No, actually, the K95s are not that great. Well, I mean, the material is pretty good, but the fit on the face can never be as good as a shell like N95 with head straps. It just doesn't really conform around the face well enough. The material is actually it's pretty good.
Easter is Sunday, and CVS has last-minute little things like pre-filled baskets, candy, and more, so they can wake up to all their Easter favorites. Get little things for every basket delivered to your door.
How do you do relative paths again? What is this song? Man, I'm really suspicious of this. These are the K95s that I got. They're from Powecom. My friend from China sent them to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like the good brand. Powecom. So I tested the actual material, Johnny. And, like I strapped it to kind of show you my setup. Also, my other friend sent me this, looks like a pretty knockoff brand, Powecom. It's got rubber bands stapled to it for straps, and you can just tell that it's just, the quality is just not as good. Like the nose guard is on top. Instead of being melted on, the straps are rubber bands and they're stapled on. And this material is actually substandard N95 material, just the material itself. But like I said, the fit was the problem. Even at best, like the fit I got from this was 55 to 60%. Yeah. Yeah, take that back. You know what? The wet bandana, my data was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to test the wet bandana, but no, the bandana wasn't very effective at all. It was my data. I was kind of misentering my data. I'll test the wet bandana, though, just to see if it has any effect. Hey, Johnny, I tried using Walter here. So I had this tube coming kind of out of his nose and then attach it to the particle counter like that. But the problem with this test head is that it's hard styrofoam. It doesn't really conform to the face. And so a lot of these masks kind of require that kind of snug fit against some fat. And so air was mostly coming through the face, through the sides. And kind of doing these fit tests on my own face, I'm noticing that if there is even a slight, if your nose guard is not perfectly done right, If there's just even any airspace for air to come in, air will just come in. And so fit, especially on the nose, is like the most important thing. It's more important than the filter material, because the filter material doesn't matter if the air is just coming from the nose. And so that's the problem with this Chinese K95. It's not that the material is bad, it's that it just doesn't fit that well because it uses ear straps, and it's not a shell like a 3M N95, and it just doesn't fit as well. And so air comes in through mostly the nose part. So like these N95s only got these N95s only got the K95s only were like 50-60% effective. So very well fitted K95. It's about 55% effective. Yeah, I should have taken them off and put them on again. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna test that wet bandana for you, Amaya. So this is just damp, just trying to simulate Yeah. Hey, Johnny, show it to me somehow. Can you connect with me on Facebook? It's just my name. Just search me on Facebook and just try to connect with me. All my stuff is on there. All this data, all this information. And then shoot me that picture. I like up. Okay, no, come. เพราะว่าล้างมือนะครับ Yeah. โอเคครับ โอเคครับ
แกได้เป็นซื้อได้มาซันฟลาวเวอร์ซีดนะเขาบอกดีมากสำหรับ
โอเค
แต่ว่ามันกินยากจังเลย
โอเค
มันต้องมันน่าจะมันก็ไม่ได้ช่วยทำ
Okay, thanks, Johnny. Let me just check right now. I think there's ways for me to see the messages from somebody who I'm not connected with.
¿Está pensando en todo lo que tienes que
Shit.
hacer hoy? Seguro que son muchas cosas y no sabes si el tiempo te va a alcanzar. Pues escucha esto. Al cargar gasolina Chevron con Tecron,
Okay, hey Johnny, I got your message.
sus estaciones ofrecen gran conveniencia para llenar el tanque. Además, ninguna gasolina te da mejor viaje que Chevron con Tecron. Así que no lo pienses dos veces.
I think the foam inside is like good. That's exactly what the 3M ones have in it. It's kind of similar actually to the way the 3M ones are set up. I think that'll be good to set up like a better fit. The fact that the straps are melted on and not stapled on is a good sign. Yeah, test it with your flute counter. This is how I'm testing the materials. It comes with this attachment, and then I think it's meant, to do exactly this, where you can put something around it and try to create this like airtight seal with like rubber band so that all the air is coming from the outside. Wow. Wow, the dampness is not registering well. I think it's counting them as particulates. Yeah, fuck. That's just, I don't even know what to do with that. Well, unless I severely changed. Yeah, Johnny, yeah, I just wanted to, yeah, everything's good. Yeah, it would be really cool for you to test that stuff. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how it is, because I tested this other one, this knockoff brand. The material itself was only 86% effective at filtering 0.3 micron particulates. So compared to the good Chinese brand, the Powecom, which was like 99%, the material itself was up to par with like 3M's K95. But that knockoff one wasn't terrible, but it was like 86%. That's just the material itself, not when worn on the face. Okay, fuck it. All right. Yeah, I mean, masks are like the hot item. All right, what did we learn today? So what's good is that the good Chinese K95, when fit really well with a different test setup with the filtration efficiency, compared to today with that test setup, the N95s were coming in at about, I did 2 runs with them. One of them apparently which fit better. And so average of about 87% efficiency when worn with the tube going through the side, right? So air was still probably getting through the side, but I had a good solid like nose fit. So this is really the standard. Surgical mask was not bad. It was about 40, kind of varied a bit, about 45% effective. Yeah, which is kind of what I got last time. My mask that I made, the people's mask, not that effective. 30, 25%. Yeah. Fabric face mask wasn't very good. Handkerchief wasn't very good. Yeah. And then also before we did that, we did, oh yeah, the shop towels. Shop towels were not great. One layer, 15% effective. It's kind of like a paper towel, honestly. 2 layers was about 36%. Bed sheet, high count bed sheet, 100% cotton, about like, I forget, like 500 to 800 thread count. About 35% effective. Surgical mask worn for 1 hour and 1 day and 24-hour period. Still pretty good. 85, 86% effective. That's comparable to a new one. So that's good. I'm planning to wear this more and then gonna test how well it works when worn multiple times. Awesome, Johnny. Let me know, bro. Thanks for doing that, man. I'm glad that people are coming out, trying to help, trying to get us through this stuff, you know? That's what I really like. All right, so that was today. I was gonna try to get to my paintball gun thing. Fuck it, I might just do that right after this. Okay, but I'm gonna sign off for now. Hey, Johnny, thanks a lot for pitching in and giving me your thoughts. That was really useful. Make sure to subscribe. And then I'm going to keep live streaming and doing this on air just because I have no idea. Cheers to that, brother. See you guys next time. Peace.